Dr. Dietrich, Dr. Bauer, faculty, staff, families, and friends. Commencement. We are here. It is happening. Our families are in the bleachers trying to find us in the sea of blue. But how many other ceremonies are happening this month? How many other high school students will be sitting in caps and gowns all across America, impatiently waiting for the speeches to conclude? One of the first recorded commencements in America was at Harvard in 1642. Every single graduate was required to give a speech to the crowd to prove his skills. Can you imagine if we did that tonight? We'd be here until Sunday. Funny thing about these commencement speeches, they almost always include words about changing the world, don't they? Admiral McRaven told the graduates of the University of Texas, "What starts here changes the world." Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, told the students at MIT, "You have the power to change the world for the better." Even Bill Nye the Science Guy stood at Rutgers and said, "You can change the world by becoming the next great generation." So let's do the math. If we started talking about changing the world in roughly 1642, that's 376 years of eager graduates setting off to fix things. Certainly by now the world has been changed, right? Wow. Is this what the world is supposed to look like? If so, I'm confused. It's hardly different from all that we learned in history class, still full of racism, war, and poverty. Did all those graduates just ignore those commencement speeches? There are almost 1,000 students sitting here tonight. And even though most can't believe the size of the North Penn graduating class, 1,000 people seems like a rather small force to change the world, doesn't it? What could we possibly do that can make a positive impact? Well, here's a thought. Yes, there are only less than 1,000 of us, but we aren't rams or big red whatevers or bucks. We are knights, and we are defined by one word: chivalry. Chivalry is not an everyday word in 2018, but maybe it should be. It's the combination of qualities expected of a knight, especially courage, honor, courtesy, justice, and a readiness to help the weak. It's as simple as holding the door, and it is as hard as truly being happy when someone else succeeds. It is the person who accomplishes something for herself but then turns back and helps the next one in line. It's about respecting someone else's dream, even when it's completely different than mine. Each summer, we are mailed a North Penn School District Code of Conduct. Remember that thick envelope that came? It outlined the rules and regulations, and no doubt each one of us read it cover to cover. But our code, the Knights Code, is not on paper. It is not a list of what not to do, it is a call to action. It is speaking out against injustice. It is being dedicated to inclusion. It is refusing to bully or oppress to get ahead. It is being honest in both failure and success. I have no idea what each one of us will become. We will spread out from Crawford Stadium and we will go to work or to college, leaving this place and this moment. Lots of things are about to change. But one thing will never change. We will always be knights. The code that these teachers and administrators have worked to awaken in us is now inside us. It goes where we go. And even though there are less than 1,000 of us, I believe that when knights live like knights, chivalry is contagious. Courage, honor, courtesy, and justice are attractive things, and it's just possible that this sea of blue will become an ocean of blue. A mighty wave of graduates who live out the commencement speeches. Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Will we change the whole world? I don't know. It's certainly possible. But one thing I do know, if we leave here and live like knights, we are bound to make a dent in it. Congratulations, class of 2018.